So now we want to pose this character so it's not just standing there in the default head straight ahead position. So I will go to the geometry menu, make sure that the body is selected. I'm going to step down to my lowest subdivision level. The plugin that I'm going to use is going to drop down to level 1 to pose, and this isn't enough geometry for me to pose, so I'll step up 1 subdivision level, possibly even 2, and then click delete lower. And that's just so I've got enough geometry to work with when I want to start posing the character. So now I go to ZPlugin and select Transpose Master, and I click the T-Pose Mesh button. And that takes all of my subtools and then stacks them together into a single mesh. There are no subtools now. I can now easily mask out the area that I want to work on. Control-click on the masked area to feather it, and then I'll just draw a transpose line for rotate. And I don't need to have X symmetry turned on for this, so I'll just draw 1. And then I'll grab the outermost ring and I can move that. And you'll notice, look at that, the other parts aren't moving. Well, the reason for that is, in the previous step, we had mask polygroups turned all the way up. I need to turn that back down to 0. That's a little gotcha there to make sure that you turn that off because it's a global setting. So now I can rotate that head. If I rotate the center circle, it'll rotate around the axis of the line. So I can tilt the head like this. And get a really nice sort of imperious, monstrous gaze there. When I'm happy with the pose, I can go in and I can do some cleanup sculpting on it. Now to transfer that pose, I just go to ZPlugin and hit T-Pose to sub-T, and it'll transfer that pose information over to the low-res, or to the multiple subtooled model. There we go. Now the pose is transferred over to the model with multiple subtools.